No.
Volumes are all up there, Warren.
I hear you.
Good afternoon, brethren. You'd all please find your seats. We'll begin services in about 30 seconds. What's new? Well, good morning, brethren. It's good to be back with you. We had our quick foray south. We had a blip through the city of sin, and then we went on to Arizona and had a lovely time. So it was definitely a worthwhile trip, and now we're excited to be back. And we're going to have an opening prayer here by Hank Vandergee. So if you'd all please rise.
Our loving Father in heaven, may we thank you very much for the knowledge of and the freedom to come here to look after, to serve you. Please bless the services for us and give us the understanding we need to have, that we may try to practice and live by it. Asking all things in your holy and righteous name, please bless the services for us, Father. Thanking you for all things. Amen.
Okay, brethren, just as we get started here, we're streaming the service live, so and we're using the Wi-Fi here. So if you have a device that has Wi-Fi on or Bluetooth, please turn it off so it doesn't steal the bandwidth from the stream. Okay, if you'd all turn in the hymnal to hymn number 105, a little Ross Judson flair here today. So Ambassadors for Christ.
If anyone is in Christ, then he is a new creation. Behold, his past away, and all things are made new. The ministry of our Christ, one reconciliation, making peace with God the Father, and with all the brethren too. We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, and called to be God's sons, to declare his holy kingdom, that his will on earth be done. Be reconciled to God, and let us submit our hearts and minds. Ambassadors for Jesus Christ, the Savior of all mankind. As fellow workers with him, it's the day of our salvation. So let us not receive the grace of God in vain. With purity and with love, let us serve our Lord and Master as we press toward his kingdom. Let us never be ashamed. We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, and called to be God's sons, to declare his holy kingdom, that his will on earth be done. Be reconciled to God, and let us submit our hearts and minds. Ambassadors for Jesus Christ, the Savior of all mankind. God said he's dwelling with us, and he's walking with his people. He promised he would guide and lead a path we've trod. And now he's dwelling in us, and we are his sons and daughters, for we are the holy temple of the ever-living God. We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, and called to be God's sons, to declare his holy kingdom, that his will on earth be done. Be reconciled to God, and let us commit our hearts and minds. Ambassadors for Jesus Christ, the Savior of all mankind.
Sounded very good. Okay, turn over now for the second hymn to hymn number 131, O Worship the King. Hymn number 131.
Worship the King, the glorious above. we sing His power and His love. Our shield and defender, the ancient of days. A brilliant in splendor and girded with praise. Tell of His might, oh, sing of His grace. His garment is light, His melody is praise. His servants of wrath, but He comes form. And darkness is speckled the wings of the storm. My bountiful care, my tongue can recite. It breathes in the air, it shines in the light. It streams from the hills, it descends to the plain. And sweetly distills in the dew and the rain. Real children of dust, and feeble as frail, in thee do we trust, nor find thee to fail. Thy mercies have tendered and firm to the end. Our Maker, Defender, Redeemer, and Friend.
Okay, for the third hymn, just turn back all the way to the very last hymn, hymn number 191, When Christ Shall Come. Hymn number 191.
When Christ shall come, all heaven shall join the song. Salvation, glory, power to God belong. Hallelujah, the Lord Almighty reigns. Hallelujah, the Christ has come again. Already come, the Lamb shall come at last. And blessed are they whom God draws to the feast. Prepare the bride in linen white and clean, to meet the Lord when Christ shall come again. From out heaven, an angel shall come down, and by His hand, all evil shall be bound. The cross of sin and death shall be made plain, for all to know when Christ shall come again. When time is done, the dead shall rise again. They shall be judged before the great white throne. And God Himself at last shall dwell with them forevermore, when Christ has come again.
Okay, please be seated. All right, just have some announcements here. So the first one is 19 days to Passover. So just so you know, and as a rundown, John had sent this out a week or so ago, but I just want to review it just so everyone's aware. So Thursday evening, April 18th, is Passover. We will be here in this location in Nanus. The start time is 8:15 p.m. So that's Thursday, April 18th, Passover night here at Nanus Library, 8:15 p.m. Then Friday, the very next day, April 19th, sundown is the beginning of the night to be much observed, the night to be much remembered. And we're split up this year, so You can either go up and have the meal with the Hendersons, or you can come to our place in Nanaimo. So if you're going to come to our place in Nanaimo and you don't know where you are, or how to get there, just let us know. We'll give you directions. And then on Saturday, April 20th is the first day of Unleavened Bread. And again, we're here in the New Noosh Library, and the start time is 1 p.m. Yay. Sorry, a little extra hour. And then on the last day of Unleavened Bread, which is Friday, April 26th, we are in the Sunrise Ridge Meeting Room in Parksville, and the start time again, 1 p.m. So if anyone needs clarification on that, you can see me after services. Also, we have a request that Rob would like everyone to autograph his new chair. So he asked to make an announcement. So you can go over and autograph the swanky new chair. I think he has a location where he autographs, so just don't go sign anywhere. Make sure you clarify with him. Okay, prayer requests. We have a few prayer requests today. And I know we have some cards, but not everyone's going to get a card. So when you see the card, you'll hopefully remember the prayer request. Okay, so the first one is a man we've known for, 22 years. Mike Ford, a great man from Oxford, Georgia. He writes that his brother Glenn, which I don't know if Glenn was older or younger than him, he collapsed this afternoon and died of a heart attack. He had just had another chemo treatment yesterday and was a bit fatigued today, but was in good spirits otherwise. With the aid of crutches, he was able to go outside and was walking around in the sunshine when he passed out. We are grateful for the prayers of the brethren, and God's will has been done. So please pray for Mike and his wife, Phyllis. Phyllis Can used to be from Victoria, so I don't know if any of you remember Phyllis, but Phyllis married Mike. And then their family, and as well as his brother Glenn's wife, Kay, and their family. Another person from our past, a gentleman by the name of Luke Vieza. Luke is a self-taught boat painter, but on pretty high-end boats. So he had a man that saw his work and decided to hire him, asked him to come work for him. So with them being self-employed in Charleston, South Carolina, things were stressful. It's kind of an up and down business. So what had exactly happened was they were relieved that he finally had a job and regular income coming in, but a very sad incident occurred. His boss told Luke that he had to go into the hospital for routine knee operation and put him in charge of the business while he was away. Well, the 52-year-old man who went in for the knee operation died on the operating table from the complications with general anesthetic. So please pray for, we don't have the man's name, but his wife and family, and also that Luke can find another job, because I'm not sure how that will all pan out for him. Now, another prayer request, and this is a super sad one. It's for a little infant boy, 1 month old. His name is Jax, J-A-X, Acevedo, A-C-E-V-E-D-O. So it says Marcy Bailey's great-grandson, Jax Acevedo, born about 1 month ago with a genetic bone disease that causes his bones to break at the slightest touch. He's now in the hospital, and he began crying yesterday and couldn't be consoled. Examination revealed he had over 100 fractures. So your prayers for his immediate relief and healing, as well as for the parents, would be appreciated. So that's an exceptionally difficult trial. Poor little bunny rabbit. Okay, a prayer request for a gentleman from Cogwa in St. Petersburg, Florida. His name is Terrence Stevens. So it says his general practitioner and nephrologist, which is a specialist in kidney health and kidney disease, highly recommend that Terrence be admitted to the hospital in Lakeland, Florida. Terrence had a kidney transplant 28 years ago. The doctors went to his cardiologist to schedule blood work for UF Health Shands Hospital. I'm not sure what that is, University of Florida probably. They want to evaluate all of his organs at the same time, and Terrence has lost a lot of weight due to the medications he's on, and he is very weak. And right now they're waiting for his cardiologist to schedule him for the tests. So please pray for Terrence and his wife, Marilyn. Another prayer request, Paulette Williams. Apparently we've known Paulette, I don't remember her. But she was taken from her radiation appointment to the ER immediately because of her blood pressure dropping. She was dizzy and having trouble breathing, and the last report was she was still struggling with low blood pressure. The doctors believe Paulette has tiny blood clots in her lungs. However, the only way to prove that is to have a CT scan performed with a dye to which Paulette is actually allergic to. So that is not an option. In addition, Paulette is unable to take blood thinners, which would be a normal treatment for blood clots. She will be observed overnight in the hospital, and she hopes to return home tomorrow. So I'm not sure, this prayer request happened this past week, so I'm not sure what the update is. But please continue to pray for her. Now we do have an update on a little Olivia Grider. We've been praying for her for quite a while. She's now 7 years old, not 6 years old. Her mom, Sarah Grider, sends an all-clear message this evening and reports that both Olivia's spinal fluid and bone marrow are leukemia-free. She will have another biopsy in 3 months, and she has been scheduled for her line removal surgery on April 10th, which is really an important milestone. It signals the end of ECP, which I have no idea what that is. And they also feel confident that she will need fewer blood transfusions and other interventions that require a central line. The family thanks you for your prayers, love, support, and are tremendously grateful to and thank God each day for her health, healing, and recovery. Okay, one more prayer request. Last one is from Melody and Marty Perales, Perales. Melody and Marty this past week lost their son, Monty, who was 59 years old. He was a long-haul truck driver who had a massive heart attack while at a Gary, Indiana truck stop. He's survived by his wife, grandchildren, brother, sister, and his parents, Melody and Marty. Please pray for the entire family during their loss. And I think we have a card for them as well. So that was the prayer requests. Now on to the good news stories. Okay, so we have two of them. One was sent care of Jewel, and I can send you the link if you want to see the video after this, but it's teens sing breathtaking lullaby to victims of abortion in state capitol building, and this happened in Illinois on the 25th of March. So it says a video of young pro-lifers singing a beautiful lullaby at the Illinois state capitol has resurfaced while the state legislators debate current bills that would legalize abortion until the moment of birth. Members of the choir of St. John Cantius, a parish in the Archdiocese of Chicago that seeks to preserve the beauty of traditional liturgy and sacred music, joined with the Crusaders for Life in 2017 to sing Coventry Carol, which stems from a medieval mystery play that depicts the massacre of the Holy Innocents by the soldiers of King Herod, and as depicted in the Gospel of Matthew. In the video, the young activists are shown wearing yellow shirts and swaying arm in arm in an impressive rotunda of the State House in Springfield, where the state legislators meet. Their voices reverberated up and down the space over which soared the cupola of the state capitol building. A spokesperson for Cantius Parish in Chicago affirmed that the video was recorded actually in 2017 at a rally in support of the dignity of unborn babies. And the video was produced by the Crusaders for Life, a pro-life group which had its beginnings among the young St. John Cantius parishioners and has since expanded elsewhere in Illinois and to Michigan. It was during this tour that the young activists in the choristers, sang at the Illinois state capitals. And so if you want, I can send you that. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Okay, and one last good news story. And maybe while I'm doing this, Zane, you can hand out the lyrics for the special music. So I found this one today. I thought it was really a story that's really heartwarming. And the title is Once Living on the Streets, the love and support of 250 seniors made her sober and an award-winning caregiver. There are many paths people take to find their purpose, and as fate would have it, Patricia Murray's path started on the streets of Washington, D.C. How she came there is its own story, like those of millions of others who end up homeless in the U.S. every year. Some are rescued by family and friends, government programs, or nonprofit groups, while others have the fortune to find special people who reach out to help. And for Murray, those people included a judge, a nun, and hundreds of nursing home residents. Murray had been homeless for a very long time. And when you're in the street, she said, a lot of things happen. I'm talking about drugs, alcohol, and all that. And I got into some trouble. I went before a judge who said, you have a problem. And I said, no, I don't. And he said, I'm telling you, you got a problem. And he put me in treatment. And when she came out of treatment, Murray went to live in Hannah House, a residential facility for young women who find themselves pregnant, abused, or in other crisis situations. And there she learned practical life skills such as parenting, handling money, cleaning, and cooking as a means of stabilizing her life so she could prepare for a better future. During her stay at the shelter, she met Sister Carol, president of Providence Hospital, who was raising funds to keep the facility open. A compelling ambassador, Sister Carol invited Murray to join her fundraising mission and asked what she planned to do when she came out of the shelter. "I just want to work somewhere," Murray replied, and that got the ball rolling. Sister Carol insisted that divine intervention would put Murray to work, and it ended up putting her to work at Carroll Manor, the shelter's nursing home and rehabilitation center. Patricia wanted to be a cook, but they didn't have any open positions, so she just did, quote, whatever needed doing, and started working 3.5 hours per day, making $5.25 an hour. "I still have that pay stub," Murray notes proudly. "I got it framed." But Murray worried she'd never get out of the shelter if she were only earning $5.25 an hour. Thankfully, one of her friends cautioned her not to leave before the miracle happens. "So I stayed," Murray remarked, "and continued to live in the shelter. They let me out early in the morning, and when I returned at night, dinner was already over. One of the supervisors at Carroll Manor knew I was missing meals and told me to eat something there. I'd stayed and had dinner. And the 5th floor resident, Mrs. Sutherland, would come down every evening to eat dinner and talk to me. I told you there were people put in my path to help get me through. She was another one," added Murray. "She talked to me about all the people at Carroll Manor that touched her life every day, the nurses, the cooks, the housekeepers, and encouraged me to stay and keep moving forward. The visits went on, and I've been there ever since." After her fateful series of interventions, Murray now loves her life and the 250 people who live in the elderly care facility. You have to have passion. You have to have heart to work here. The residents need it. Then someone needs to look out for them and care for them because their families aren't here. When I put on my uniform and head to work, and when I get into that door, I say to myself, "You're on vacation." So even when I get ready to retire, I'll still come back as a volunteer. As a means of recognizing her for her hard work, the Sika Foundation honored Murray with this year's Caregiver Award. When asked how it felt to win this award, Murray was reflective. "It was an awesome feeling. It took me back to where I started, and I kept thinking, you've come a long way to get to this point, and everyone is still rooting for you." She says, "I've been here 22 years. And 21 years clean," added Murray, "and that means a lot." Patricia got her life back by helping other people and hopes to encourage other people on the streets or in recovery by saying, "I never thought I could do it. I always thought I was going to die in an alley somewhere. Yep, I really did. But I got clean, I got a job, I came here, and I've been here ever since." People say, "Oh, the residents love you and are here for you, and I'm here for them." But the truth is, they saved my life. Just coming here every day, being a part of their lives, saved me. So, lovely story. Shows you people who get themselves in horrible situations, sometimes that leg up or that hand up is all they need to make a difference in their lives. Okay, brethren, we have special music today. It is entitled Rescue, and the artist is called Lauren Digg. And then after that, special music, we'll have the sermon directly from John Plunk.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your breath, so your I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop watching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I hear the whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper, you have not